This is how you grow your mailing list. Hi, I'm Mark, and today I want to talk to you about one thing: mailing lists. I don't know if you are looking to grow your mailing list or building a mailing list is something you've been thinking about, maybe because you've got a blog, you've got a business, you're a coach, but mailing list is a buzzword that you've heard and you know you've got to grow it. Problem is, you're sending me emails without asking me my permission. Now, why is this wrong, you may ask? Super simple. There's a reason why when you opt in to someone's email, it's called an opt-in. It means that you've actually decided to give your email for someone to email you. Stop adding people's emails to your mailing list without asking them. There are ways around this, but what pisses me off so much is when I get emails from even friends who I've never asked them to send me their stuff, and they've just decided to add me on their mailing list as if it was an honor and a gift for me to receive their emails. Basically, adding someone onto your mailing list without asking their permission is like if you decided that every day you would go and drop a box in their house, and every day they're going to deal with it. They've either got to hide it somewhere because they're just too embarrassed to send it back, or they're going to kick it out, but basically they have to deal with it every day, and that is not cool. Not cool. This is cool. Well, I don't know if it's cool. It's not so cool. But it's pretty much marketing 101. This is how you grow your mailing list. You ask your friends, hey, I'm going to be starting sending emails more often about either my blog or my products or my service or whatever it is that you want to email people about. Your grandma's freaking dog, for all I care. You want to ask them, is that cool for me to add you on my mailing list? If not, it's okay. Because what you do is that you put people both in an uncomfortable situation and you're totally giving everybody else a bad name. There's a reason it's called spam. Spam is basically unwanted email, and if you haven't been given the authorization to add that email onto your mailing list, you are basically a spammer. Now, I want to talk about something. LinkedIn. You've probably said yes to connections to hundreds of people you don't know, and you just thought, I've heard that you can export the emails of all your contacts on LinkedIn, and that sounds really juicy, right? Because that's like instant growth. Like you can say, oh, overnight I grew my mailing list from like 5 people to like 455, which sounds great. But in reality, it actually sucks. This is how I did it. I exported all my contacts' emails, and I then sent them an email saying, hey, I'm gonna add you onto my mailing list where I send a weekly email about how to start a business, how to quit your job, how to live a healthier lifestyle. Is that cool with you? If not, totally understand. All you're gonna do is hit this button, unsubscribe. I then waited for a week to hear back from people. Now I've got to say the majority, I'd say up to 80% of everyone I emailed were just happy for me to put them on my mailing list. The rest just unsubscribed. Now here's the other thing. Don't take it personally. I'm a huge fan of believing that actually losing subscribers is a good thing, because that means that what you're producing and what you're giving to them is no longer of value for them, or maybe they're just too overwhelmed and they decided to do an inbox detox. I don't know what the reason is, but don't take it personally, because this is what happens. I receive an email from a friend who is a coach, and he's decided to add me on his mailing list. Now, I know this because I run a mailing list as well. So when you unsubscribe, the person gets either a notification, an email, or at least on its dashboard of its program that it's using, it's gonna say, Mark Leruste has unsubscribed from your mailing list. Some people, that's like, ah! And for other people, that's okay. You know, it's just a question of, hey, it's no longer a value, that's okay. Today's video was all about do not add someone onto your mailing list without asking for authorization. It's called spamming. You'd be surprised at actually what happens when you ask people if that's okay to add them to your mailing list. If you went to an event and you've collected a bunch of emails, email them first to say, hey, I've added you on my mailing list. I thought that this might be of value to you. If this is not the case, please click this button, unsubscribe. If you're sending people emails via like old school way where you BCC people and there's no unsubscribe button, you're an asshole, or you just didn't know and now you're gonna change. But if you don't change, you're definitely an asshole. Stop doing that. It's important to bring back a little bit of ethics and a little bit of actually heart consciousness into this whole marketing, because it can actually be really fun and it can be a real service and a value. Okay, I'm done. Thanks for watching today's video. If you know someone that's been adding you to their mailing list without asking you, you might want to send them this video. Or maybe you've got a friend who's trying to start his business, who's trying to launch himself in a career as a coach, as a consultant, as a yoga teacher, what have you, and they're thinking about building their mailing list, you might want to send this video too. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a load more videos about some of the stuff that pisses me off and some of the stuff that actually really excites me and everything in between. And hopefully you'll find some value into it. And promise, I won't be adding you to my mailing list unless you want to. In order to do that, you can go over www.markleruste.com and sign up to my newsletter. It comes out on a weekly basis where I basically share my most inspirational nuggets of the moment. And I'll also be linking to my podcast, The Unconventionalist, which you can find on iTunes. And you're also going to get the up and close, personal, all access behind the scenes of these video series. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't be an asshole.